Welcome, Yellowjacket fans.
I'm excited. I'm excited for football to kick off, and I'm excited that it's not 120 degrees right now. We got a little break in the heat, Andy.
Yeah, it's only like 90, so we're good. Yeah, absolutely. So this game every year, it's one of those rivalry games where regardless of what the two teams' records are, the expectations for the season or whatever, both teams, they're going to bring their best, and it's always going to be heated, and you just never know who's going to pull this one out.
Yeah, it's the first game of the season, so players, coaches, fans are all excited. So like you said, talent sometimes is overcome by people being excited about the season, players being excited, and so it is often not representation of talent, but more of first game of the season. Let's go. It's time. And so
absolutely.
Overall, there's been, I don't know how many, 22, I think, games in this. And actually, Whitehall has 14 wins, and Sheridan has 7 losses. So even with the classification difference, Whitehall is a good team and has given Sheridan all they've wanted in years past.
Yeah, so this is a Whitehall team that only had 1 win last year, but don't let that fool you. There's always talent on that Whitehall sideline. You only have to go back 5 years, and the Bulldogs were in a state championship game. So they've had a little string of maybe some bad luck in the past few years, but always a lot of talent on that sideline.
Yes, always good talent, always good games. Sheridan has won the last 2 seasons under Coach Kelly, but before that, if you remember, there was a 4-year stretch where Whitehall was beating us every year, and so excited to see the competition. I know the boys are excited to hit somebody else besides themselves in a real game. And so it should be a good game, Andy. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, Yellowjackets currently have that Highway 270 trophy over on this side of the road, but certainly the Bulldogs hoping to take it back. We mentioned this is a Bulldog team that always has some talent over there. I think the top of that list this year anyway of their returning players, Kel McIntyre, wide receiver, he was All-State last season and is returning for his senior year with the Bulldogs, and he's certainly one. He can be a game breaker and a game changer.
Yeah, catch a ball, 1 missed tackle, and a talented wide receiver can score on you quickly. So, yeah, good. Last year, I don't remember them passing all that much, but could be different this year with an All-State receiver.
Yeah,
he had a talented running back last year.
He had 950 yards receiving last year, 17 touchdowns, led the 5A South in receiving last season. So certainly a dangerous weapon there at quarterback. Not quite sure who the Bulldogs will decide to go with. They've got a couple of guys competing. Corey Hope, he's a senior basketball player for the Bulldogs and a great run-pass threat. And Dylan Mitchell, coach's son, who also plays baseball. So the two of those guys battling it out, and could possibly see both of them tonight.
Possibly see both tonight. That's pretty common for first game to see both quarterbacks. Right now we're going to send it down to Mike Nevins and Coach Kelly.
Coach, first game, 2026. What can we expect tonight in this rivalry game?
I hope you can expect a fast start. That's what we've been talking about, thinking about doing. We haven't done that the last 2 years. That's my fault. We're going to do that. It's great to be part of a rivalry. Look at the crowd. Huge crowd. This is a football atmosphere. God was nice, gave us a little cooler weather. But hopefully you see a great football game, but you see our kids play up to our potential.
Great. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Mike.
Hey, thank you, Mike and Coach Kelly. So we're just a couple of moments away from kickoff. We're going to take a 1-minute timeout, and we'll be back with the kickoff right after this.
Teams are constantly jockeying for position, and banks are doing the same thing. We like that. It keeps us all competitive, and it's friendly competition. We love all of our other community banks. That keeps us on our toes. That keeps us sharp.
Mike Nevins and the Yellowjackets and the Bulldogs set to kick off here in just a couple of moments. We talked about Whitehall, their record last year, 1-9. Yellowjackets won just 3 games themselves, but a high scoring offense, explosive offense, look for a ton of points, lots of returning starters, and a defense that I think you can expect to be greatly improved over last year.
Yes, defense was mentioned in the offseason about amping it up. Don't be surprised to see some of our offensive players go both ways a little bit this year, but the offenses look good, had some good success with 7-on-7s before the season started. Easton Barksdale is going to be at the helm as quarterback, has one of the quicker releases you'll see as a quarterback in the state. But we're getting set here to get underway.
That's Dylan Smith and Parker Mullins back deep to receive for the Yellowjackets. The kick, end over end, short kick is going to hit at about the 25 and go out of bounds. Flag will go down with that, and that will be a Kraus electric penalty against the Bulldogs.
So the McCoy Tiger, Manat Law, first quarter starts off with a kick out of bounds. No time off the clock. Sheridan will have good field position here. Kids look excited. We got some returning starters. We got 3 Division I athletes on the starting lineup this year, which is not something you get to say very much, Andy.
Yeah, so 3 D1 players for these Yellowjackets. I can't remember that in my recollection of a long-time Yellowjacket follower and supporter and alum myself. Easton Barksdale is going to get the call at quarterback for the Yellowjackets, not surprisingly there in the shotgun. Throws quick out Dylan Smith, pitches to Zay Stevens, and he's going to go out of bounds. Not much on that, may have actually lost a yard.
A little trickery right off the bat. Little bubble screen to Dylan, flicks it to Zay. 2 good playmakers getting the ball in their hands early. I like to see that.
Barksdale with the snap, fakes the handoff to Zay, has lots of time. Throws, gets a little air under it. Dylan Smith complete at the 40 and down at the 33-yard line.
All day to throw for Barksdale. We do have a flag in the backfield.
Got to wait and see what that is.
Roughing the passer. All right.
So that is another Kraus electric penalty against the Bulldogs. We've had a couple of them already and played just 15 seconds of football. So they will mark that from the end of the play. And that's going to be 15 yards from the 33. And if I can do math correctly, that's going to put them at about the 18.
All right. Sheridan education, Andy. Good job.
Thank you. All right. First down and 10 for the Yellowjackets at the Bulldog 18-yard line, just 15 seconds off the clock. Yellowjackets looking for a quick strike, but there's another penalty.
Offsides on the defense.
Another Kraus electric penalty against the Bulldogs.
Good to see Dylan Smith back. Had a knee injury last year and seems to be recovering well. He outran 2 Whitehall members of the secondary to run that down. But, again, excellent job by the offensive line. Barksdale back there making him a sandwich, eating it, having time to throw a bomb downfield. Good opening drive so far for the Sheridan Yellowjackets.
Yeah, first-year Whitehall coach Jason Mitchell can't be happy with the fact that his team has had 3 penalties in 18 seconds. Barksdale now being pressured, throws to the end zone. Looked like there might have been a little contact there, but it was a high pass sailed over Parker Mullins, goes incomplete.
Whitehall brought pressure off the edge there. Number 5 getting in Barksdale's face. That was Edward Hohaboo. Say that 3 times fast. Bringing pressure. Barksdale did a good job throwing it away, not taking a sack.
Jackets with 2nd and 5 now. Ball on the 13-yard line. Clock stopped, 11:18 here early in this McCoy Tigert Manat Law first quarter. Barksdale throws incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Tried to set up a slip screen there for Zay. Read well by the Whitehall defense. Had our big lineman out front. Zay just couldn't get clean. First 3rd down here. Let's see what we go to.
All right. Yellowjackets have moved quickly down the field, but now, as you mentioned, Jeremy, their first 3rd down of the evening, 3rd and 5. Zay Stevens in the backfield with Barksdale. looks to throw, now being pressured, rolls to his left, tucks it under, inside the 10-yard line and out of bounds near a first down. We'll have to wait to see where they spot it.
Right at the marker.
First down for the Yellowjackets.
All right.
Move the chains. First and goal from the 7.
Been impressed with Barksdale thus far. Had a good throw. Got pressure, threw it away, tucked it there to get positive yards.
Zay Stevens sidesteps one tackler, heads to the end zone. Touchdown, Sheridan.
Zay Stevens with some nifty footwork, shaking a couple of Whitehall defenders for the first touchdown of this 2026 season for your Sheridan Yellowjackets.
So the Yellowjackets needed just a minute and 1 second of this ball game to put a score on the board. Leading 6-0. Yellowjackets look like they're going to go for 2. No surprise there. Barksdale pumps, now being pressured, is going to keep it, gets inside the 5, and is going to be dropped at about the 3-yard line. And the 2-point conversion attempt goes
We've got a flag.
unsuccessful. There is a flag down.
Evans might have seen a hold or a face mask down there. Let's see what the officials have to say.
Still waiting on the official call. Face
Evans.
mask, another penalty against the Whitehall Bulldogs. Kraus Electric getting their money's worth for a sponsorship tonight.
Good call, and Evans on the sideline, defensive face mask. Going to have a retry here. Good first offensive series for the Yellowjackets. Line looking good, giving good protection. We have a new center this year, and seems to be getting it to Barksdale and holding his own.
So the Yellowjackets will try it again. The ball's on the ground. Barksdale gets clobbered back at the 10-yard line. So the Yellowjackets will maintain their 6-0 lead and kick it off to the Bulldogs. Let's not. Let's keep it right here.
All right.
For the
Sounds good.
Yeah.
McCoy Tigert, Manhattan Law, first quarter off to a bang, 6-0. Your Sheridan Yellowjackets, 10:59 still remaining in the first quarter. Very, very good, impressive first drive. Whitehall had some penalties, but Sheridan have a big play. You know, we're used to seeing the big play capabilities. Good to see that still holding form.
Yeah.
Saw Zay get a good inside run for a touchdown, and overall,
Beautiful
first drive.
pass from Easton Barksdale to Dylan Smith to get deep into Whitehall territory to set up that scoring drive. I mean, he put it right where it had to be.
yes, 2 defenders bearing down on Dylan. Good concentration from him as well. So offense keeps up where it left off last year. Barksdale had a 60% completion rate last year in the 10 games that he played. 25 touchdowns and over 3,000 yards passing.
Yeah, and you have to keep in mind that 3,000 yards passing, you know, he didn't even start until about halfway through the season.
That's right.
So that's on a lot fewer snaps than a lot of guys in the conference. He had 3,109 yards last year. Yeah, this is a Sheridan offense that averaged 43 points a game. So, yeah, looking like they're definitely high octane again this year. The onside kick for the Yellowjackets takes a good bounce and goes out of bounds, so that'll be a penalty against the Yellowjackets.
Just a little bit deep. That's a good kick. Got away from the front line of Whitehall.
It took a nice little bounce there, right about 10 yards deep.
Got a flag at the top, too. Looks like we might have left a little early.
Officials discussing it out near midfield. You know, early season, you expect a lot of, you know, rust.
Yeah.
You know, they're waving off the flag or the one at the top,
Yep.
but accepting the other.
We left a little early. Whitehall might have touched that. which is why they picked up the flag for the kick going out of bounds, but we did leave a little early before the kick was made.
So the Bulldogs will take possession, 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line. Yellowjackets on top early here in the first quarter, leading 6-0. And we'll get our first look at
Dylan Mitchell.
Yeah, Dylan Mitchell in the game at quarterback. And pass is complete, not much there, wrapped up after a gain of a couple.
That was Parker Mullins on the tackle. Parker played some wide receiver last year, also playing some corner. You also noticed Big Ethan Cowden, our starting lineman on defense. So, again, don't be surprised. Have some people playing both ways this year, in and out.
Mitchell fakes the handoff, little end around, and
Great open field tackle.
nice tackle by the Yellowjackets.
Reed
number 11,
Stevens.
Reed Stevens. I think he was our number 2 tackler last year. Is that right, Jeremy?
Yes, guess who number 3 was?
His brother
Ross.
Yeah.
Those guys have a knack for the ball.
65 tackles for Reed, 60 for Ross. 3rd down now, and 6 yards to go for the Bulldogs at the Sheridan 47-yard line. Mitchell throws. Screen pass is complete.
Got a hold.
There's a flag.
That's coming back.
He crosses the Sheridan 20 inside the 10-yard line, but again, there's a flag at about the 47-yard line, and it's coming back. It's going against the Bulldogs.
That's good hustle by number 0 for us, Litzy. He didn't know there was a penalty, chased the kid down, but it's coming back.
Yeah, that's that was that's at least the 5th penalty so far against Whitehall. That is a Kraus Electric penalty flag against the Bulldogs. So that'll mark the football back to the 43-yard line of Whitehall. 3rd and 16. Mitchell throws and almost intercepted. Right there for the Yellowjackets was Jacob Livingston. He had both hands on it, and he's going to be dreaming about that one tonight.
Yes, Jacob Livingston, right spot, good read. Dropped back in his linebacker position, took the slant away. Livingston came on strong for us last year, if I remember right, making big plays for us.
So the Yellowjacket defense has held strong, forcing their first punt of the year, or what would appear to be anyway. 4th and 16. And now we've got a timeout on the field. Charge to the Bulldogs. Let's take a 1-minute break, and we'll be back with more Yellowjacket football right after this.
Teams are constantly jockeying for position, and banks are doing the same thing. We like that. It keeps us all competitive, and it's friendly competition. We love all of our other community banks. That keeps us on our toes. It keeps us sharp.
Maybe hit some short passes, get them sucked in, and hit them over the top here.
Yeah, so Looking forward to see what the Yellowjackets have scheduled for this second drive of the evening. It's going to be Zay Stevens back again in the ball game in the backfield with Barksdale. The give is going to go to Zay. He's going to try that right side of the line, finds a hole, gets some good running room, still on his feet, breaks free. He's at the 40, the 35-yard line, and what a strong run by Zay Stevens.
Good zone read there, found the hole and hit it hard, Zay. Good job there, and then kept the feet moving after contact. He's not a tall guy, but he runs like a fullback. He keeps those feet churning and gets good results, as you can clearly see.
Yeah, 31 yards on the pickup for Zay that time. Barksdale throws, has a man, Hunter Sosha at the 5-yard line. Touchdown, Sheridan. That's an Ace Hardware score for the Yellowjackets.
How about a defensive hold and a two-play touchdown, Andy? How about that? Love it. Two-play drive resulting in a touchdown, Ace Hardware touchdown for the Sheridan Yellowjackets. Good job by the offensive line again, giving Barksdale all day to throw. Hunter finds the middle of the field, wide open, hits him in stride. Hunter finishes it off.
Yes, these Yellowjackets looking impressive so far here. Going for two. Barksdale throws over the middle, has a man complete, and the two-point conversion to Wiley DePriest is good, and the Yellowjackets lead 14-0.
Great little hook route by Wiley there. Shoots out, comes back in over the middle, finding the hole there in the coverage for a two-point conversion. And Sheridan's off to a quick start, 14-0.
Yeah, so this Yellowjacket offense striking quickly. Let's take a 30-second break. We'll be back with more after this. Back again, and the Yellowjackets set to kick off after their second score of the evening. And this short one didn't seem to make it the 10 yards. Not sure if a Whitehall player touched it first, though.
That was great execution. Had a great bounce to it, bounced off a Whitehall defender. And it was anybody's ball after that. Whitehall got lucky, bounced back on it, but great execution there by the special teams on the onside kick.
Yeah, that's Cam Martin kicking, and as you mentioned, the rest of the special teams doing a fine job over there. First down and 10 for the Bulldogs inside Yellowjacket territory at the 48-yard line of Sheridan.
Got Bradley Sturdivant now playing defensive line for us. Like Sosha playing safety.
Give straight up the middle. Lots of running room inside the Yellowjacket 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Caleb Bunch for the Whitehall Bulldogs.
Caleb hit the hole hard and just ran right past us there. That's just a good offensive design and good execution. Head up. It's a long game, head up defense.
You could tell Bunch had a good head of steam, has some good speed. And once he broke through that second line of defense, it was hard to catch him. Extra point is up, and it is good. And with 8:46 remaining in this first quarter, brought to you by McCoy Tigert Manat Law, it's Sheridan 14, Whitehall 7. Let's take a 30-second break and be back with more after this. Back again, Yellowjacket Stadium Sheridan on top 14-7 in the early going here, and we've got a lot of points on the board this early in the game, Jeremy.
Yeah, Whitehall with their little lightning strike of their own answering us. Again, this is always a fairly competitive game, so we can't get relaxed. Got to keep our focus.
Yeah, that definitely quietened the Sheridan crowd a little bit. Up until then, it had been all Yellowjackets. Kicking off for Whitehall, number 30, Adam Turner. And this kick is going to be fielded at about the 11-yard line. That's Parker Mullins, pitches back to Dylan Smith, and the Bulldogs all over that one. And Dylan's going to be stopped at around the 13-yard line, maybe the 14, and the Yellowjackets will take it from there.
That'll set up something later with maybe a little fake reverse. Whitehall seemed to be all over that. Parker keeps that one. He's got room to run.
Yep. So they'll spot it down at the 14-yard line.
Just want to take a second and thank some of our sponsors. This doesn't happen without you guys, but Katohia, Reliance Bank, Krause Electric, Sport Stop, Twin Oaks Forestry, Legacy Eye Care, Cody Shankles with Shelter Insurance. Appreciate you. More to come.
All right. Yellowjackets 1st and 10. Barksdale has a man. Complete. Wiley to Priest out of bounds.
Back-to-back catches for Wiley DePriest. Runs an out route there. Beautiful ball again by Barksdale. His release, the amount of time it takes for the ball to come out of his hand is really, really impressive. If you're at home watching as a kid, study Barksdale's release. It is quick.
Pickup of about 6 yards, 5 yards on the play, brings up 2nd and 5. Barksdale, was trying to get Dylan Smith. Smith wanted an interference call. There was some contact, but no flags down. And it brings up 3rd and 5.
Feet got tangled up there. It's unfortunate. Dylan had a step. Could have made a great play. Clock stop.
That was Rylane Spears with the coverage for Whitehall. So 3rd down and about 4. The give to Zay Stevens. Looks for the hole. He's got it. 1st down, Sheridan. And that is a Stockton Power Equipment 1st down for the Yellowjackets.
Straight up the middle, hard-nosed football, helmet on helmet at the line of scrimmage. Who wants it more? Sheridan got the 1st down that time. Good job by the offense converting on 3rd down, keeping the drive alive.
Move the chains to the 28-yard line, 1st and 10 from there. Sheridan sends 2 receivers to the wide side of the field, 2 down low. Single back in the backfield. Barksdale over the middle, trying for DePriest, and that ball overthrown. Good coverage by Caleb Metters for Whitehall.
Tucker Lunsford's helmet came off. He'll have to come out of the game for a play. Whitehall man-to-man coverage there. Actually, really good man-to-man coverage. Barksdale did a good job of throwing it over everybody there.
Logan Brand into the game for the Yellowjackets, getting a little play in time behind Zay Stevens. Barksdale throws complete over the 40, out to the 45-yard line. McCurry Meyer for the Yellowjackets.
McCurry getting his 1st catch of the season. Saw some playing time last year. Has good hands. If he can live over the middle, catch the ball, be tough, and take a hit, he's going to have a good year this year.
Good for another Stockton Power Equipment 1st down. Yellowjackets on the move. 1st and 10 at their own 45. Stevens back in the game. The give to Zay. He's got some running room, has the 1st down, and maybe a whole lot more. Brought down at the 20-yard line, another Stockton Power Equipment 1st down.
Gave Whitehall a taste of their own medicine there. Quick hitter up the middle. Zay busts loose for a big gain. Good job again by the line, opening up gaps for Zay to run through. Getting to that 2nd level, blocking linebackers. We can do that. We can get big yardage off the running game.
Yeah, Zay racking up some yardage here in this 1st quarter.
Over the middle.
Barksdale going to the end zone and wait for the call.
Oh,
Touchdown,
my.
Sheridan.
Unbelievable one-handed catch going to the ground by Parker Mullins. Have a day, Parker. Great catch.
Wow, fantastic catch by Mullins, and the Yellowjackets just got their third touchdown of the game. That was an Ace Hardware touchdown on the great catch by Parker Mullins.
Barksdale throws it a little behind the defender. Great adjustment. Unbelievable catch. One hand going to the ground.
So our first look at Enzo Miranda into kick for the Yellowjackets. Flag goes down. It's going to be offsides against the Bulldogs, and now we'll see the two-point conversion unit. How many times last year, Jeremy, did we see that?
A lot. They got us putting our hands down to draw it off. This year we just gave a hard count on the first field goal attempt with the same result. So a cross-electric penalty is going to result in a two-point conversion attempt.
So half the distance to the goal, the direct snap to Zay Stevens, and he crosses the goal line. It's good, and the Yellowjackets expand their lead to 22-7, 6 minutes, 49 seconds left to play in this McCoy Tiger Manat Law first quarter. Let's take a 30-second timeout. We'll be back with more Yellowjacket football right after this.
Teams are constantly jockeying for position, and banks are doing the same thing. We like that. It keeps us all competitive, and it's friendly competition. We love all of our other community banks. That keeps us on our toes. That keeps us sharp.
Back again, Yellowjacket Stadium. Sheridan on top, 22-7 here early or about midway through the first quarter. And we've got more. You want to read some more of our sponsors, Jeremy?
Absolutely. Thank you, all of our sponsors, HB Design, it's Jeffrey Huey, Everett Buick GMC, Treaty Oak Clean Energy, and Larry's Pizza of East End. People's Bank is a quarter sponsor and our halftime sponsor. One of our big sponsors, of course, Roof Connect and First Trust Home Loans. Appreciate the partnership y'all had. In this third year of broadcasting this on YouTube, I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I think Andy has, and I hope you are able to watch all the games if you're not able to attend. But tonight, it looks like all of our surrounding communities are here, Andy. It's a good turnout.
Oh, it's fantastic.
For the home crowd.
Fantastic turnout. Stands are packed. A lot of electricity on this Sheridan side. There's a lot of fans over on the other side. They're just not that happy at the moment. Onside kick took a very high bounce. Good job by the Whitehall Bulldog, Edward Hahobanu. I may have just butchered that. I know I did. Anyway, he did a great job catching the ball. That was Miranda with the kick for Sheridan.
That's a great bounce. Hobu put his neck on the line, jumping up there, exposing himself. That shows some toughness there from him. Good execution on both sides.
Yeah, I like the way you just said his name real fast. So.
Yeah, Hobu.
And our apologies to he and his family if we've butchered your name. So the Bulldogs will take over first down and 10 at their own 48-yard line, trailing Sheridan 22-7.
Whitehall hit us up the middle on a quick run. Last possession. Good strong hold here from our defense. Get their confidence back.
James Jones with the call for the Bulldogs, and he tries that left side. He's got some running room. First down yardage. And out around the 20-yard line, they're going to say he stepped out at the 18 of Sheridan. So we've seen the explosiveness of Whitehall.
James Jones, listed as a sophomore, showing speed and power there. Finished the run off. That's good execution by Whitehall's offense. All right, defense, let's get it together. Let's hold them here.
Yellowjacket defense with their back to their own goal. Bulldogs on the Sheridan 18-yard line. The give to Jones again.
There it is.
And he's going to be stopped for a loss on the play.
Reed Stevens shot the gap there, took the feet out, and he ran right into a big man don't know who finished him off, but it was a hard collision there at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they're going to say he made it back to the line, so it'll bring up 2nd down and 10. The ball back to the 18-yard line of Sheridan.
Showing pressure.
Mitchell goes to the end zone, has a man broken up, no flags, and good defensive play for Sheridan. That was Carson Lawrence.
Carson Lawrence, that was great position as a secondary player, a cornerback. Had himself between the receiver and the ball, just perfect position. Jumps up, knocks it down at its highest point. Couldn't be any more textbook. Great job.
That'll bring up 3rd and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Interesting here. We had everybody at the line of scrimmage.
Mitchell throws, almost intercepted.
First time I've seen that. We had about 7 players lined up straight down the 15-yard line, and we just brought them all.
The pass went in and out of the hands of the intended receiver for Whitehall, and Reed Stevens was laying on the turf, but he almost had a chance of picking that one off. 4th down now for the Bulldogs. You hear the Sheridan fans getting into it, on their feet, making some noise. Mitchell, low snap, fields it, goes to the end zone, and
incomplete.
Incomplete.
That was an athletic play on the outside by their all-state receiver, Kale McIntyre. He almost came down with that, but good coverage.
Yeah, Rashad Litzy out there.
Litzy by himself, had some safety help over the top. Great defensive stand. Gave up a big play on the first play of that drive, and then bend but don't break mentality for our defense. Held them on 4th down, and here comes our offense.
So got to be proud of that Yellow Jacket defense with the stop.
Absolutely.
Yellow Jacket offense back out onto the field. Zay Stevens with Easton Barksdale. The give to Zay. Breaks one tackle, crosses the 30, the 40-yard line.
He just shook a poor linebacker. His feet work so good. Side to side and then explodes forward. It's tough to bring down Zay as one defender. He does a great job of making people miss for extra yardage.
Zay, they say, he stepped out at the 37-yard line as well. They'll mark him 1st and 10 for the Yellow Jackets. That's a Stockton Power Equipment 1st down. Jackets have 3 receivers to the lower part of your screen. Lofts one up for Parker Mullins. He's got it. Close to the 40-yard line.
That's just overall great execution. Offensive line giving Barksdale time to throw, and the timing on that, you can tell these guys have been working hard in the offseason. That is a timing route. Barksdale puts it in a spot. Mullins runs it down, stays in bounds, makes a good catch.
Really nice throw, really great catch. Parker having quite a game tonight. 1st and 10 at the Yellow Jacket 40-yard line. They fake the pitch to Zay. Throws down, incomplete. Trying to hit Walker Shields on that left sideline. Pass a little strong.
Man coverage one-on-one down low. They fake a give to Zay to draw the linebackers and maybe get a safety to cheat in. Just a little off with the timing that possession.
Brings up 2nd and 10. Shields down low, 3 receivers to the upper part of the screen. Underneath to Zay Stevens. Breaks one tackle. Inside the 20, down close to the 15-yard line. So quick.
Got a flag down low, blocking the back.
So bring it back, nullifies a great run by Zay. His lateral movement.
He sticks that foot in the ground and just goes. It's a quick feet, sticks it in the ground. Quick feet, sticks it in the ground, and then it's off to the races.
And such good vision, and a lot of patience, too. You know, a lot of young running backs, they just want to barrel ahead, and they don't wait for the blocks. They don't wait for the hold open. 2nd and 15 as they mark it back to the 45-yard line of Whitehall. Clock rolling, 5:14, 5:13 left in this opening quarter. Barksdale with lots of time.
Great route.
Complete has Dylan Smith inside the 15-yard line at about the 14.
I wish we had replay. Dylan ran an unbelievable route. Sails the post, gets the defender to turn his hips, then breaks it to the outside. Barksdale hits him again in open field for a good gainer on a long, 2nd and 15.
Yeah. First down now for the Yellowjackets. That's a Stockton Power Equipment first down. Down to the 14-yard line of Whitehall. Easton now being pressured. Throws it.
Oh.
Had Dylan Smith, but he also had about 3 Bulldogs in his face.
Yeah, the pressure. He couldn't see Wiley DePriest open in the slot position there to his right either. Had 2 receivers open. They brought the pressure, and it worked.
Second down now. That stops the clock with 4:37 left. A lot of big plays so far in this opening quarter by both teams. Yellowjackets with 3 receivers to the strong side. Zay Stevens sidesteps one man, stumbles at the 5, moves forward, keeps the feet going, and crosses the goal line. Touchdown, Sheridan.
That's how you finish a run.
Another Ace Hardware touchdown for the Yellowjackets. And Zay Stevens, what a game.
He's not only shifty, but he shows some power and strength there too, running over a Bulldog defender so strong he ran out of a shoe. Look at that.
They'll call him Shoeless Zay Stevens. You know, like Joe Jackson.
Like Joe Jackson. Well, I don't think these young people know who Shoeless Joe Jackson is.
Well, that's intended for an older audience. Yeah. A more experienced
Experienced, wiser.
Yeah, there we go. All right.
Bulldogs jump again.
Miranda in. Yep. All right. Yellowjackets showing that they're going to attempt the extra point. As Enzo Miranda lines up. The snap, the kick, and it's good. It was low, but it crossed.
Defensive hold turns into a good drive by the Sheridan Yellowjacket offense. A lot of football played in this McCoy Tiger Manatlaw first quarter, and there's still 4:29 to go, Andy.
I feel like we've played a football game. Yeah. All right, 4:29 left in this opening quarter. Let's take a 30-second break, and we'll be back with more after this. at Yellowjacket Stadium, and we're going to send it down to our sideline reporter, Mike Nevins.
Yeah, guys, we'll keep an eye on this as the game goes on, but we talk about senior leadership. On that last defensive drive on that fourth down, Ethan Cowden begged in to get in and go and make a play. So we'll see how that works out for the rest of the night.
Love it. Love it. Thank you, Mike.
All right, thanks, Mike. Cam Martin back in, and he's going to kick it deep, and it's going to hit at about the 11-yard line, and it's going to be fielded at the 3. And that was not going to turn out well for the Bulldogs, and they're going to have it back at their own 6-yard line.
That's great placement there by Cam. Kicked it in the corner.
Yeah, I think Caleb Bunch was waiting for that to go out of bounds, and
Yeah.
then it wasn't, and it
Yeah.
wasn't going to make
And
it
he
to
had
the
to
end
make it.
zone. And
Forced to make a quick decision there, Andy. That was an excellent kick. Put it right where he had to. It's going to result in long way to go for the Whitehall Bulldogs.
yeah, they spotted it down on the 7-yard line, brings up 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs from there. Still 4:23 left to play in this opening quarter, brought to you by McCoy Tigert and Manat Law. So Mitchell brings his Bulldogs back onto the field. He's got James Jones a couple of yards behind him. And now Mitchell, a little quick hitter to the outside, and stopped for no gain on the play.
Great job on the outside. What's that?
Yeah, I know I saw Jacob,
Was it Jacob over
Livingston.
there?
Yeah, I'm not sure who else. There were a couple of Yellowjackets over there. And that's not good. See, Reed Stevens, I don't know if that's a cramp.
Parker.
Oh, it's Parker. Not sure what the injury might be. Let's
Went
take
down pretty quick.
let's take a 1-minute break and we'll be back after this.
Teams are constantly jockeying for position, and banks are doing the same thing. We like that. It keeps us all competitive, and it's friendly competition. We love all of our other community banks. That keeps us on our toes. It keeps us sharp.
All right, we're back again, and a good sign to see Parker Mullins coming off the field under his own power, a little slowly, but so I'm sure Tiffany Evans, our trainer, will check on him, and hopefully it's something minor, and hopefully Parker can rejoin us this ball game.
Yeah, had a good game so far. I hate to see him go down.
Bulldogs with the handoff and met by a host of Yellowjackets. Looked like
Tony Robinson, 43.
yeah,
Made first contact there, stuffing the run. Way to fill a gap there. Stuff the run. Going to be a 3rd and long attempt here for Whitehall.
yeah. About a yard pickup, maybe not quite that. They call it 3rd and 9, but more like half a yard on the gain. Bulldogs have 3 receivers to the right side of the field. And there's a whistle. And a timeout, Whitehall. While they take one, we'll take another break, and we'll be back with more right after this. All right, we're back again and ready for action. Bulldogs coming out of the timeout, and they've got a 3rd down and 9 yards to go on their own 8-yard line. Long yardage situation. Mitchell, he's going to air it out. He's got a man down there, in and out of the hands, and no contact. And Sheridan coverage, Rashad Litzy. Good defensive play, and it looks like the Bulldog player may still be down on the field. I don't know if he hit his head.
I think he just went down hard on his head. Hands up around his head. That's a Cale McIntyre. They're
Now, certainly we hope he's okay.
Turning starter at wide receiver. That was a great job by Litzy there, turning those hips, running, getting in front of Cale, chasing that ball down, putting a body between the ball and defender. Great job by our secondary tonight. Been very impressed.
Yeah, both Litzy and McIntyre right there, and good to see McIntyre up and walking off the field. Again, McIntyre is their all-state receiver, so I'm sure the Bulldogs, obviously you hate to see anyone get hurt, but that's a big loss for him if he can't come back soon.
Got good speed to stretch defenses out, good hands. Haven't been able to connect with him so far this game. It's a testament to our secondary.
So that'll be 4th down now, 4th and 9 for the Bulldogs, and punting from their own end zone. Yellowjackets, as is their custom, with no one deep. And not sure he was ready for that snap, but
I think they only
fielded it and hit it at the 40. Really good Whitehall bounce. Goes into Sheridan territory down to about the 45.
Whitehall only had 10 players, so the punter was trying to get another one on. The coach just said, snap it.
Whitehall punter Michael Thompson. Good job fielding that and getting the kickoff, and a pretty good one with the roll. And so the Yellowjackets take over now at their own 45-yard line, leading 29-7.
3 defensive stops in the first quarter, Andy. You got to be proud of our guys on defense. Little pressure here and there on the quarterback, but besides the one long run, we've held Whitehall in check. Good coverage on our back end. Good job by our defensive line stopping the run. So I'm very, very happy so far.
Yeah, I mean, so far Yellowjacket defense has looked good. Yellowjacket offense has looked virtually unstoppable. Barksdale, the give to Zay Stevens, tries the right side now and goes out of bounds after about a yard gain. I think Zay looked up and said, really don't see anywhere to go right here.
Yeah. I'll save that contact for another time.
Yeah.
Little counter run to the short side of the field, just nothing there.
2nd and 9 now for the Yellowjackets. The give again to Zay. Picks his way, still on his feet, crosses midfield and out of bounds at about the 49-yard line, a gain of 5.
That's a good example of the patience you talked about early, Andy, with Zay, just letting that play unfold, keeping his feet going, waiting, and then hitting the gap when he sees it.
3rd down and 4 now for Sheridan. Clock stopped as he went out of bounds at 2:45 left in the opening quarter. Barksdale rolls and throws incomplete, just trying to get rid of that football. A lot of pressure by the Bulldogs.
Got an edge rush on us that time. Barksdale had nowhere to go. Got outside of the pocket and threw it away. It's a great job not taking a sack for a large loss there, keeping us 4th and manageable.
Yeah, Jaden Gorman with the pressure for Whitehall. Nice job by Easton just getting rid of the football. If I'm not mistaken, Jeremy, I think this is our first 4th down of the game. 4th and 4
Yes.
from their own 49.
You are
I'm
correct.
sorry, from the Whitehall 49.
Take a timeout and talk about it.
Yeah.
But you're right. First 4th down, that's impressive in itself. 2:41 to go in the McCoy Taggart Manette Law first quarter, and this is our first fourth down.
Well, and it's not just that it's, you know, that much left in the first quarter, but how many possessions have we had?
4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Yes, our 5th possession and only seeing our first fourth down. So
Yeah.
looking good so far. I've been impressed with the game management as well. We're getting plays in a timely manner. The game clock hasn't been an issue. Not a lot of penalties on us. I don't recall one block in the back maybe.
Yeah.
But other than that, been a pretty clean first quarter for the first regular season game.
Yeah, and Whitehall has kind of cleaned it up a little bit from, they opened and had 3 penalties in the first 18 seconds and then a few more right after that. But here the last few minutes of the ball game been relatively free.
Yeah. Been good football.
Yeah.
I say that
Yeah,
because we're winning by 22.
It's always good football when you're winning.
That's right.
Yeah. All right. We're back to action, 4th and 4 for the Yellowjackets. Dylan Smith, Hunter Sosha on the bottom side of your screen. Barksdale throws, tries to get Dylan Smith. He's got him. 20-10 touchdown Sheridan. Easton Barksdale to Dylan Smith.
I'm not sure if Dylan deked the defender, like the ball wasn't coming to him, but the defender, number 12, just gave up completely. He thought Dylan wasn't going to get the ball. Dylan sneaks behind him. Good ball, good catch. Yellowjackets with another Ace Hardware touchdown in this first quarter.
Yeah, so for future sponsors of the Yellowjackets, if you can sponsor a touchdown or a first down, those are all big things, yeah. So anyway, 49 yards on the hookup. Easton Barksdale, Dylan Smith. The extra point is up and good by Miranda, and the Yellowjackets lead 36-7. 2 minutes, 33 seconds left in this opening quarter, brought to you by McCoy Taggart and Manette Law. We'll take a break, and we'll be back with more right after this.
Teams are constantly jockeying for position, and banks are doing the same thing. We like that. It keeps us all competitive, and it's friendly competition. We love all of our other community banks. That keeps us on our toes. It keeps us sharp.
And Jeremy Orman, and your Yellowjackets are looking good. Offense is smoking hot, and the defense has been very, very sound, giving up 1, maybe 2 big plays, but it's come up big on multiple stops, and the Yellowjackets lead 36-7, and we're still in the first quarter. This kick is going to hit at about the 35, is fielded at the 29-yard line, we'll say, for the Bulldogs, so they'll have it 1st and 10 from there.
Going back to Mike Nevin's point earlier about Ethan Cowden showing senior leadership, wanting to get in there on the defensive side to make a play. This is the 3rd year of Coach Kelly being in Sheridan, and so these sophomores are bought in completely. Right, the sophomores that are juniors that are now seniors, this is the 3rd year in the system. They're bought in, they're sold out, and they want something special to happen this year. And you can see the 3rd year is when things may start clicking. People understand the vocabulary, the language, the expectations, and it'd be interesting to see how we do this season.
Yep. Little pitch to the left, and not much there. May not have gotten back to the line of scrimmage.
The jacket swarm, that's what we called it back in the day, Andy. The jacket swarm, you got 10, 11 blue jerseys making a tackle. That's when you know your defense is geared up and ready.
Yeah, Caleb Bunch with the carry, and he lost a yard. Goes back to the 28-yard line, brings up 2nd and 11. That's Bunch in the backfield, step back behind Mitchell. Mitchell Goes incomplete. Was trying to hit Rylane Spears. Brings up 3rd and 11. So Bulldogs with yet another 3rd down that they're facing, 3rd and long again. It's not been great for them so far tonight. 2 receivers to the lower side of the field. Mitchell's going to keep it. He crosses the 30 and is going to be dropped down well short of the 1st down after a gain of maybe 5 or so.
I believe that was Ross Stevens on the initial contact with a good open field tackle, one-on-one. That's hard to do with the shifty quarterback. Grabs a hold and hangs on, waits for his teammates to come polish it off.
Brings up a 4th down and 6 now for the Bulldogs. The ball at their own 33-yard line. Have to get to the 39 for the 1st down. And they're punting. High, spiraling kick. It's going to hit near the 35-yard line of Sheridan, take a short Whitehall bounce, and the Yellowjackets will take over at about their 32.
Another great stand by the defense there, Andy. You know, we can score and we can score and we can outscore you, but it is so nice when the defense relieves some of that pressure from the offense, and they have done that tonight. They've done a tremendous job holding the Whitehall Bulldogs in check, apart from just one big play so far.
Yeah.
Very, very proud of both sides of the ball, but defense is really doing a great job as well.
You know, quite frankly, this offense is so explosive. There are not many teams who are going to stop them or even slow them down a whole lot. So it's not like the defense has to come up with just huge games every night. If you slow some teams down, this offense is going to win.
Yeah, yep. I should have looked at our average points per game last year, but it was.
Yeah, it was 43 points a game. Feels like it was more than that.
Yeah.
All right, Barksdale all day long to throw. Oh, and he had a man, and you know Hunter Sosha is sitting there mad at himself probably. It was right there.
Good ball right in the chest. Just took his eyes off of it just a little soon. He got excited, wanted to make a little yards after the catch. Just got to watch that thing in. He knows what he did wrong. He'll fix it. He's a good addition for us. I would try a little hook and ladder, Mike said. Down there on the sideline, I can see things these old eyes can't see. Trying a little trick play there.
Yeah. 2nd and 10. And this time, Sosha makes the grab at about the 45-yard line. Should be good for a 1st down easily. They'll move the chains. Stockton Power Equipment first.
Right back to Sosha. That time showing the sure hands, catching the ball, keeping his feet in bounds. Good delivery by Barksdale. Again, good protection by the line.
Yeah. Sosha, a really good all-around athlete. Heck of a baseball player as well. Yellowjackets with the 1st down. We're inside a minute now left in this opening quarter. Walker Shields spins, goes out of bounds at inside Bulldog territory now as they spot it at the 47-yard line of Whitehall.
A little take what they give you there. Space on the outside, quick hitter to Shields, getting him involved in the game. Like to see him have a good game.
Gain of about 6. Pitch inside, Wiley to Priest. Gets inside the 45, close to the 1st down. Looks like he had it from here, but we'll see where they put it down. That's going to be close. No, they say, well.
You have to measure that. 1st down. There you go.
There we go. It took them a minute. Well,
and
it's still taking them a minute. There we go.
There we go.
All
Chad
right.
Kang's enjoying the show. Enjoying the show as well.
Yeah, I don't even know that they were set before the play got snapped, but. And another toss to DePriest around the 40-yard line.
Saw Barksdale read that time. That was nice. He got one read, wasn't there. 2nd read, wasn't there. He had a check down for Wiley. as an alternative. Hits his check down for a positive gain there.
Yeah, 4-yard pickup, 2nd and 6. And that's going to do it for this first quarter, brought to you by McCoy Tigert Pharmacy, Manat Law, and your Yellow Jackets on top, 36-7. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back with more Yellow Jacket football right after this. Back again at Yellowjacket Stadium, and it feels like we've played a whole game, and certainly a half a game, but an hour after kickoff, here we are at the end of the first quarter, Jeremy Orman, 36-7 in favor of the Yellowjackets, and these Sheridan fans, it seems like we've gotten more and more fans as the game has gone on. They're now down, stretching around the track toward the end zone. All the stands are full. And they're happy they're here.
Yes, I love it. Love to see the turnout, all the people in the community getting together for one cause. We've got people on both sides of the track now wrapping around even.
Yeah. And Whitehall's got a good crowd here too. Barksdale. Complete underneath. Trying to pick up the number.
Socia, I
That's
believe.
Socia. Yeah, Hunter Socia.
That's a good play call there. We fake a bubble screen to the outside, set up a screen underneath to Socia, uses his tall frame to stand out in traffic. Barksdale puts it where he needs it. Positive guards. Another first down. Stockton Power Equipment first down.
So Yellow Jackets have it 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line of Whitehall. 4 receivers stacked. Barksdale throws complete inside the 20, and that's Lawson Hammond.
First time calling Lawson's name. Lawson getting involved. Had 4 receivers stacked at the bottom, just ran what's called a flood pattern. We had 4 guys at different levels on the same side of the field. Barksdale reads it, picks which one he wants to throw it to. In that case, Hammond gets his first catch of the game.
So another Stockton Power Equipment first down. Yellow Jackets have it at the 19-yard line of Whitehall. Four receivers at the top of the screen. Barksdale over the middle has a man wide open. Walker Shields, touchdown Sheridan.
Walker could keep running all the way to El Dorado. There was nobody around him. Good vision by Barksdale, seeing the middle of the field open. Shields throws his hands up. Hey, I'm here. Hit me. Hits him in stride for another Sheridan Yellow Jacket touchdown. I could say that all night. Right now I have been.
I feel like we have said that all night. And something tells me we're going to keep saying it for a while. 42-7 now. Yellow Jackets look like they're going to attempt the extra point. And indeed they do. The kick is up. End over end kick is between the uprights. It's good. And so with 11:02 left to play in this second quarter, brought to you by Krause Electric, Yellow Jackets 43, Whitehall 7. Let's take a quick break and we'll be back with more after this.
Teams are constantly jockeying for position, and banks are doing the same thing. We like that. It keeps us all competitive, and it's friendly competition. We love all of our other community banks. that keeps us on our toes, that keeps us sharp.
Okay, we're back at Yellowjacket Stadium, and my, oh my, Jeremy Orman, have we had a lot of offense tonight. We've seen a couple of big plays by Whitehall, but I can't even count how many big plays we've seen by Sheridan.
Big play after big play. That's execution. That's knowing the system. The third year under Coach Kelly, knowing what to expect, knowing the language, knowing the scheme, knowing where you're supposed to be. So, yeah, it's been an impressive first half thus far. 43 points in the first quarter and the first minute of the second quarter. Second quarter brought to you by Krause Electric. Do want to thank our sponsors. Again, this doesn't happen without the community support. Cotija, Reliance Bank, Krause Electric, Sports Stop, Twin Oaks Forestry, Legacy Eye Care, Cody Shankles with Shelter Insurance, HB Design, Everett, Buick, GMC, Treaty Oak Clean Energy, and Larry's Pizza of East End, People's Bank, First Trust Home Loans, Roof Connect, McCoy Tiger, Manat Law, Ace Hardware, Stockton Power Equipment. We all appreciate you all so very much for getting this out to everybody that can't be here, but I think everybody is here tonight, Andy.
Absolutely. Bulldogs have it. 1st and 10, their own 35-yard line, trailing by a whole lot, and almost intercepted. Oh my, Jacob Livingston.
He's got his hands on two today. He's got his hands on two. That time he saw the open turf in front of him, and boy, he was excited. Great play, though. He's in the right spot. He's where he's supposed to be. Just pull that puppy down next time and take it to the house.
Whew. 2nd and 10. Bulldogs hand it off. That's Jones. He's going to get 2, maybe 3.
Big Ethan Cowden on the tackle there. Came from the right side of the defensive line. Saw where the play was going. Fielded back in underneath. And I tell you what, I wouldn't want to be tackled by that big guy.
Yeah. You know, I think Cowden, Sturdivant, I think those guys kind of like getting in on defense a little bit.
Oh, yeah. They're protecting on offense the whole time. They get to give it back a little on defense.
3rd and 7 for the Bulldogs. Interesting defensive formation by the Yellowjackets. Lofted and incomplete. Good coverage by the Yellowjackets. Number 12, that's Mason Morris.
Yeah, Mason Morris. Good makeup speed there. A little out of position. Receiver gets behind it, but great makeup speed. Go attack the receiver. Knock it out of his hands at the last minute. Another hold by the Sheridan defense, bringing up 4th down. Getting the offense back on the field. Offense is going to be tired tonight, Andy.
Yeah. And those guys like Cowden that play both ways. It's
yeah.
Like, hey. All right, 4th and 7. Bulldogs look to punt. And good snap. High spiraling kick. It's going to hit at the 35, take a Sheridan bounce out to the 41-yard line. And Yellowjackets have good field position to start yet another offensive drive with 10:05 left to play in this second quarter, brought to you by Krause Electric.
Another defensive hold that's so good to see. The offense is clicking, defense is clicking, special teams playing a complete game here on the first regular season game. I couldn't be more impressed or happy right now for the boys.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're one of the Sheridan coaches on that sideline, you know, this is all you could hope for. I mean, I don't know what else you could say you want out of a team right now.
I think the message right now will be finish what you started. You know, don't get complacent.
So 43-7, Yellowjackets on top. A little over 10 minutes left in this second quarter. Lots of time. Over the middle, almost
Oh.
intercepted, but complete at the 40, 35, 30, 20, and out of bounds or ridden down anyway. Ashton Litzy. No, check that. I'm sorry. McCurry Meyer.
Great concentration by McCurry. Barksdale makes a throw he probably was starting to regret. Defender tips it. McCurry has great concentration not only to catch the ball, but turn it into yards after the catch.
Yeah, my apologies to McCurry Meyer. I saw 20 instead of 2. I saw the 2. All right, 1st and 10 for the Yellow Jackets at the 17-yard line of Whitehall now. 43-7, Jackets on top, looking to expand that lead. And Logan Brand with the carry to the 5-yard line.
Logan Brand checked in. Quick hitter up the middle. Just got 1 foot caught there before hitting pay dirt, but great run, good blocking scheme by the offensive line. Stockton Power Equipment, 1st down for the Yellow Jackets.
1st and goal. They spot him down at the 4-yard line now. Brand in the backfield with Barksdale. Pump, throw, complete, and touchdown Sheridan. Wiley DePriest.
Wiley, nice footwork there, showing a little athleticism, getting up high, keeping the feet in bounds at the same time. I think he got 2 in. That'd have been good in the NFL.
Yeah. Well, he's training. Jackets on top, 49-7, 9-12 left in the second quarter. This Krause Electric second quarter. And Jackets look to attempt the extra point. It's up and hits the crossbar, no good, or the upright, that right upright, and bounces back. So it'll fall incomplete. Jackets lead 49-7, 9-12 left in the second quarter. Let's take a 30-second break, and we'll be back with more Sheridan Yellow Jacket football right after this. Back at Yellow Jacket Stadium, and your hometown Yellow Jackets on top 49-7 over the visiting Bulldogs of Whitehall. And if you're just joining us, 49-7, you think, oh, this game must be almost over. Well, check again. We've got 9 minutes and 12 seconds left to play in the second quarter. This kick is going to be touched by Whitehall at about the 32, and he's going to be stopped at about the 33.
Mason Morris, sophomore there, making the tackle in the open field. Yeah, 49-7 is usually a end of the game score. You're right, Andy. We got a lot of game left.
Yeah, we don't have official statistics here. I would love to see some total yardage. It's a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot. And on the opposite side of that, Whitehall's offense doesn't have a lot. It's been a complete game overall by the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, I'm looking across at that Whitehall sideline and their stands, and not a lot of action over there. Not much to be excited about so far. Pass a little bit behind the receiver, good catch, but
yeah,
it didn't turn out well.
Love that. Love that swarm to the football. Excellent job by Stevens there on the outside, fighting through a blocker on the screen to make initial contact to slow the play up, and then everybody got in on that tackle. Great job.
Loss of 2 on the play, back to the 31-yard line of Whitehall. 2nd down and 12. Clock rolls inside the 8:40 mark. Mitchell, he's got Caleb Bunch with the carry, and he tries that left side. Is going to get a little bit, a couple of yards. Hit hard, brought down around the 38. I'm sorry, the 33.
Reed shot down low, and Russell finished him off over the top. Yeah, that was a good pursuit by Russell.
They say he actually went down at the 32-yard line, 3rd and 11. Seen a lot of 3rd and longs tonight for the Bulldogs. Mitchell, 3-step drop, complete. It's going to be short of the 1st down by about 5. It was Dravion Mixon with the reception.
I think that was Litzy making the initial contact from his corner spot. 4th down, and it looks like the punt team's coming out, Andy.
Now 4th and 5 for the Bulldogs. The ball on the 38. Bulldog punter's going to stand at about his own 25-yard line. Again, Sheridan drops nobody. And very high, very short kick, hits at the 42, bounces inside the 40 of Sheridan and down at the 38, 37-yard line, and that's where Sheridan will take it 1st and 10.
Kraus Electric 2nd quarter is kept right on with the 1st. Good performances so far by the offense and the defense in the 2nd quarter. Got some kids on offense. I think Hammond got a touch as a receiver last time, so interested to see how long Kelly leaves his starters in. It's good to get work, but it's a long season as well. May preserve some energy and stay away from injuries here. We'll just have to see what Coach Kelly does.
Yep. Got a stoppage on the field. And now the Yellow Jacket offense trots back out. Easton Barksdale, the quarterback. Yellow Jackets will line up DePriest, Sosha, and Dylan Smith. Down low. Quick pitch out to DePriest. Pitches back to Sosha and gets up near midfield. Yellow Jackets with a little trickery.
I can hear Coach Kelly right before. Sosha, you got to get behind him. So that's just an extended option play. Throw it out quick. The receiver then becomes the quarterback, and he's running the option. Pitches it back to Sosha, and a good positive gainer on 1st down for the Yellow Jackets.
That's another Stockton Power Equipment 1st down. Yellow Jackets have it at their own 49-yard line. Easton, lots of time, throws over the middle, intercepted. It's going to be returned out over midfield. That's Caleb Metters with the interception for Whitehall, and Barksdale was just a little bit off with that one.
Yeah, just a little off, overthrew his receiver there and over the middle. It's dangerous when you overthrow. There's usually a safety behind waiting, and that's exactly what happened. So really the first bad throw I've seen from Barksdale after scoring 49 points. So
yeah,
first can't complain too much.
Yeah, that's the first turnover of the game by either team, I believe. So
you are correct.
I'm not sure. Is this the first field position that Whitehall's had on the Sheridan side of the 50? To my knowledge, it is, but
that's a false start. Maybe that first onside kick that went out of bounds, but other than that, you're right.
Yeah, so we've got a Kraus Electric penalty against the Bulldogs.
Center got excited there, moved the ball just a little bit before the snap.
They'll walk back 5 yards and place it on the 46-yard line of Whitehall. And The official moves it up to the 47-yard line. Mitchell, quick hitter, complete. Inside Yellow Jacket territory to about the 43. Stravian Mixon again with the reception.
Whitehall sticking with that bubble screen, a quick screen to the outside receiver with 2 blockers in front. That's the most success they've had out of it so far tonight. Haven't gone to McIntyre down here, number 11, very much. Watch him. If he gets one-on-one coverage, they may try to go to him.
2nd and 5. Give up the middle. That's Jones. Now he busts it to the outside. Picks up a first down.
Met hard by Litzy. Litzy playing a good cornerback position earlier in the game. Excellent coverage, knocking the ball down. And that time he showed some physicality, blowing the guy up, going out of bounds, getting his helmet knocked off. All the kids coming over, giving him some love. Great job outside by Litzy.
First and 10 for the Bulldogs at the Yellow Jacket 34-yard line. Mitchell throws deep, and it's going to be intercepted. Walker Shields at the 2-yard line of Sheridan.
Walker playing receiver, also playing some secondary and showing off the hands there. Great catch over the back shoulder, taking the ball away from Whitehall's all-state receiver, and have shut him down tonight so far. Great job there. Absolutely wonderful. Sheridan has a turnover on offense. We answer back, getting the ball back on defense, getting our offense back on the field at the 1-yard line. Nonetheless, we got it back.
Yellow Jackets with the turnover. So a moment ago we said we hadn't had a turnover all night, and now there have been 2 in just the last couple of minutes. So the Yellow Jackets have the ball, but they're a long ways away from the goal line. But the way this Yellow Jacket offense has played tonight, that's not really an obstacle.
I've seen it happen in a play or two. Quick pitch. It's Wiley. Oh, no.
And he's going to be dropped in the end zone for a safety.
That was a good open field tackle by the Whitehall defender. Wiley tried to get outside, just couldn't get out of the end zone. Oh, it's 18. Sorry. That is.
Yeah, that was John Skates.
Skates. Sorry. Thank you, Mike, for the correction. Couldn't quite get out of the end zone, resulting in a safety. We're going to have to kick it off here, but if we hold true to form, we'll do an onside kick and hopefully get it back.
Yeah, Jeremy and I don't know what we would do, by the way, without Mike Nevins down on the sideline correcting us from time to time. He's our eyes a little closer, and we certainly appreciate his help.
Eyes on the field, helps set everything up. He's just a good guy to have, good relationship with school district, and just really, really glad we got Mike Nevins with us.
Kudos out to also Gavin Alvetti with us tonight.
Yeah, Gavin's first game.
Yeah.
He's running all the technology that is like French to me. So without Gavin, it wouldn't happen. First game, you're doing a great job, Gavin. So glad you're on board and helping us, the camera crew, outside, no matter if it's 90 or 30 or raining, windy. Appreciate everybody that makes
They're
it
like
happen.
postmen.
Yeah, exactly right.
All right, so with the safety, it's now 49-9. Yellow Jackets on top, and Sheridan with the kick goes out of bounds. A little extra action going on around the 45-yard line. So a penalty against the Yellow Jackets for the kick out of bounds. And Whitehall with excellent field position to start this drive. They're going to have the ball at the Yellowjacket 45, first down and 10. 5:55 left in this second quarter, brought to you by Krause Electric. Two receivers, the top of your screen, one back in the backfield. He's going to get the call and dropped for a loss. Loss of 2, maybe 3 yards on that.
I think that was Tony Robinson that made the initial contact, and he shed his blocker and just stuffed it. That was a great job using your hands to get free and then finishing the task at hand. Great job.
Yeah, they call it officially a loss of a yard. It's closer to 2. Mitchell now being pressured, throws it. It's complete. I think that was complete, right? No. Incomplete. Incomplete pass. Better for the Bulldogs that it is incomplete because it was going to be a big loss on the play, but they'll spot it back again at the original line of scrimmage at the 47-yard line of Sheridan. Third down, about 12 to go.
Looked like Timber Russell. I could be wrong, but got off the edge that time, got in the quarterback's face, rushing that throw. It was a good job.
Jackets bringing some pressure. Throw underneath, complete. That's their star receiver. Yeah, Cal McIntyre. Get some yardage, but it's going to be another fourth down for the Bulldogs.
I think Tony Robinson playing nose guard there, finishing up that tackle. Great hustle there from a defensive lineman. I think that was Ashton Douglas, 25, making initial contact. Robinson finishing off. Fourth down. Looks like Whitehall maybe going for it here.
4th and 7 for the Bulldogs. They're going to go for it from the Yellowjacket 42-yard line. Pressure's on Mitchell. Lobs it up and just throwing it out of bounds. And it goes incomplete. Turnover on downs, and the Yellowjacket defense holds.
Great job, defense. Great job. That was gritty there. Shucking blockers, making tackles, putting pressure on the quarterback, staying focused, completing the task at hand after the offense gives up a safety, defense holds strong.
So the Yellowjacket offense set to come back onto the field. Sheridan on top 49-9. Here in this second quarter, brought to you by Krause Electric. I'm serious, Jeremy. It looks like the crowd gets bigger and bigger.
It does. It just keeps growing. Like a chia pet. We just keep watering it, and they keep growing.
Barksdale, complete to Sosha. Breaks a tackle, crosses midfield. Good strong running after the catch by Hunter Sosha. And it's good for a Stockton Power Equipment first down.
Past 2 offensive possessions, we've had an interception and a safety. I'd love to see a quick screen underneath, get momentum back in our favor, get rhythm back with the offense. Good play call there, good execution.
Barksdale, good protection. Throws complete underneath to Dylan Smith. Out of bounds inside the 40 of Whitehall at the 38.
Good progression there by Barksdale, looks right. Waits for Dylan to come all the way from the other side underneath. Nothing there, hits his underneath receiver. It's a good job. Another short completion for positive yards. Getting the rhythm back. How about that tough run from Sosha after the catch on the 2 plays ago?
You know, if you ever see Hunter Sosha in person, that guy's, he's got some beef to him.
Yeah. Reminds you of myself, right?
Exactly. That's what I think every time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
Had a man incomplete. Barksdale was trying to hit Wiley DePriest. DePriest shaking up just a little bit, hobbling off the field.
Wiley running a seam route right up the hash mark there. It was a good read by the Whitehall safety, getting in the way. Well, third down here. Love a little conversion on third. Keep this drive going.
3rd and 6. Logan Brand with the carry. Inside the 35 to the 34, maybe the 33.
It's going to be close.
Yellowjackets are going to be short of the first down by about a yard and a half, maybe 2 yards. And direct snap to Logan Brand. He's got that 2 yards plus, another 5 or 6.
Bring everybody in tight, direct snap to Logan, and he does the dirty work, putting his head down, shoulder down, getting yards after contact. Big first down conversion, keeping the drive alive. Another Stockton Power Equipment first down.
Yellowjackets on the move. Clock rolling, 3:12 now left to play in this first half. Sheridan looking for another score before the end of the half. Because it's just not a half of football unless you crack 50, right? Barksdale. Now the pressure's there, rolls to his right, and throws it out of bounds. Good decision.
That's a great job. Good footwork there by Barksdale, making the defensive lineman miss him, giving himself more time, gets to the sideline, doesn't feel good about it, throws it away, doesn't take a loss. Showing good maturity as a junior.
2nd and 10 for the Yellowjackets. Knocking on the door at the Bulldog 27. Brand stays in the game with Barksdale. Easton throws, had Hunter Sosha.
I'm actually thankful that one was incomplete. Yeah. Safety was bearing down on Sosha. That would have been a collision if he would have caught it.
Yeah, so that brings up 3rd and 10 now with the incompletion. Stops the clock with 2:48 left to play in the half. Jackets send 4 receivers to the top of the screen, 1 down low. Barksdale by himself in the backfield. Has a man incomplete, almost picked off.
Barksdale had a little pressure in his face that time, and he threw off his back foot, couldn't get enough on it to get it where he wanted it.
Yeah, number 44, Jaden Gorman, was right there for the Bulldogs. Sheridan lucky that wasn't intercepted.
It's the second one Gorman's got his hands on. I think the first time McMurray ended up catching it. 4th down, we're going to go for it here.
Jackets going for it on 4th and 10 from the 27. Barksdale rolls to his left. Throws, has a man complete. Touchdown, Hunter Sosha. And that's another Ace Hardware touchdown for the Yellowjackets.
That is just repetition, repetition, repetition. Barksdale threw that ball in a hole, expecting his receiver to be there, and he was. That was Hunter Sosha bringing it down in a small window. Good ball, good play call, good catch.
I got to say, when he first released that, I didn't have a whole lot of hope for that.
It was a tight window. That was a really, really excellent throw and catch.
Jackets on to attempt the extra point. And the snap, hold, kick. And it's good. So with 2 minutes, 37 seconds left to play in this second quarter, brought to you by Krause Electric, it's Sheridan 56, Whitehall 9. Let's take a break, and we'll be back with more Sheridan Yellowjacket football right after this.
Teams are constantly jockeying for position, and banks are doing the same thing. We like that. It keeps us all competitive, and it's friendly competition. We love all of our other community banks. That keeps us on our toes. That keeps us sharp.
Hey, we're back again, and if you're just tuning in and you're looking at the score, no, that's not a typo. It's 56 to 9, and it's still the first half. Yellowjackets on top. The kickoff goes out of bounds.
That was close to being really good again, right on the edge. Shout out to Mason Morris, I believe. Yeah, number 12. An extra point. Didn't get a chance to celebrate him, but high snap, makes a good adjustment, puts it back down where it's supposed to be for an extra point conversion, so good job. Andy, what stood out to you this first half, if you had to pick one thing?
Offense, you know.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, you've talked about it before, though. Maybe the unsung hero is Sheridan's defense. You know, they've given up a couple of big plays, but so far just 9 points on the board, 2 of that, you know, being the safety. Really a lot of what appears to be improvement.
That's right, yeah.
Bulldogs take over 1st and 10th. They're on 35-yard line. Mitchell.
Pick it. Oh, did you get it? Oh,
no,
man.
it falls incomplete. And had a lot on it, and Dravian Mixon just couldn't hang on to it. He had to jump for it, and the ball went up in the air. And did you see which Yellow Jacket it was who had a shot at that?
I'll let you guess the last name.
Was it
Stevens.
Was it Stevens?
Reed
Stevens over there on
He has done an excellent job on these screens, going through blockers, making tackles, and that time almost went through a blocker and got an interception for himself.
Yeah. Jackets are very fortunate to have the Stevens brothers. 2nd and 10. Mitchell has a man all alone, overthrows him, and a flag comes sailing in from 20 yards away.
And Litzy lost his balance and grabbed him. It's not a terrible thing to do in high school. It's a 15-yard penalty as opposed to falling down and giving up a touchdown. So just lost his footing. He's had a great game coverage-wise and physicality, and that time just got tripped up a little bit.
I got to hand it to the official. He's got a pretty good arm.
That was a hose. I think he had a little baseball pass. He threw that thing about 20 yards, didn't he?
Well, he heaved back. He drew back to his, to his midsection here, and just that overhand.
You think the officials warm up before the game, throwing
Maybe
flags
so.
to each other?
Yeah, little game of catch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they'll mark off the yardage against the Yellowjackets, but potentially saved a touchdown there. And so it's going to spot the ball at the 50-yard line, 1st down and 10 for the Bulldogs from there. 2:26 left to play in the second quarter. Mitchell, the give, bunch of nothing doing.
Great job. Big Tony Robinson having a game in the middle, stuffing the run, chasing down receivers. Tony Robinson showing up tonight, having a great game. Defensive line is just holding the blockers, shedding them, making tackles. Good job up front by the big guys.
Yeah, Caleb Bunch with carry, but he just had no place to go. Loss of 2 back to the 48-yard line makes it 2nd and 12. Whitehall desperately trying to get something on the board before the end of this half. Pass complete into Sheridan territory at about the 45.
That's a great job there. We've got some pads popping. We can hear some pads popping on the microphone down there. Jacob Livingston getting in on the action. I can't see who made the original contact down there. Might have been Mason. I believe it was Mason Morris as well. And then the sideline, that's what I like to hear. We got pads popping, and the guys on the sideline are even into it.
Yellowjackets fired up, and they have reason to be. Leading 56-9. 3rd down and 6 now for the Whitehall Bulldogs. And timeout on the field.
That's the last one for Whitehall. Guess you can't take it to halftime. Might as well take it now.
Yeah. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with more Yellow Jacket football after this. Back again. Yellowjacket Stadium, less than a minute left to play in this first half. Sheridan on top, 56-9. Bulldogs trying to get some points. Screen out of the backfield. Little swing
Boy,
pass,
Reed
actually.
Stevens.
Reed-
Don't go to Reed Stevens. He had a blocker all over him, still made the tackle. Excellent job there on the outside by Reed Stevens. Atta boy.
Stevens there with the tackle on bunch, and it's going to be for lost yardage back to Bulldog territory at about their 48 and a half, 4th and 12, and the clock rolls to 30 seconds, and I'm sure the Bulldogs are going to try and roll this play clock down. It's down to 7, 6, 5. Trying to get a play off. There we go. Heaves it long. And did he
Caught,
catch
yeah.
that?
Kel McIntyre
Wow.
went up top, the highest point, brought it down. Good positioning. Kel has a little height advantage and brings it down. 4 seconds left.
Mason Morris was there and extended as far as he could go and couldn't quite get to it. 4 seconds, 2 seconds, got the snap off, throw to the end zone,
Oh.
broken up at the last second, but a flag comes in.
They're going to get him on pass interference. That's pretty good coverage. Got his hips turned, got in the right spot. Officials are going to say he made contact to prevent the receiver from making the catch.
So the half cannot end on a defensive penalty so the Bulldogs will get one more shot at it. Time has expired on the clock. So they'll mark off the yardage against the Yellowjackets and place the ball down at the 7-yard line of Sheridan. Zeros on the clock for time. Mitchell lofts to the corner. No good, but another flag comes in. And the Yellowjackets are going to be penalized again.
Oh. The ball was 3 or 4 yards out of bounds. I don't know if he could have caught it if nobody was even on him, but we're going to try it again.
So we just keep getting a little bit closer to the goal. Half the distance they'll mark off. It'll be inside the Sheridan 4.
Let's finish this half off defense.
Would love to keep them out of the end zone right here. All right. 1st and goal from inside the 4-yard line. No time remaining. One last snap, barring a penalty. Mitchell goes back to the corner. No one there except a Yellowjacket. And that will do it for the first half as the Yellowjackets hold Whitehall out of the end zone on that final drive. No points on the board for the Bulldogs. And listen to this Yellowjacket crowd as they cheer on their Sheridan boys leaving the field. Pretty happy with that first half.
We got some standing ovation. A little bit of standing ovation for this first half effort of the Sheridan Yellowjackets, and it's well-deserved. Offense was clicking. Defense gave up one big play, but other than that, held their ground. Only gave up 7 points in the first half, and it has been a full game bunched into 2 quarters.
A full game and then some.
And then some. But
yeah.
Love it. I love it.
56-9, and it's halftime.
Halftime.
So when we come back, mercy rule will be in place. And we're gonna keep it right here for a minute. We're gonna wait and see if Mike Nevins can grab a moment with Coach Kevin Kelly.
I'll be interested to see what critiques he has after that first half performance. That was a good first half. Upcoming halftime is sponsored by People's Bank, another one of our good sponsors. Thank you, People's Bank, for sponsoring our halftime show. Coach Kelly's going over some numbers and iPad.
Yeah.
Still coaching, always coaching.
Yeah. Mike has himself strategically placed. He's not going to let Coach get by him. Yeah. As the Yellowjacket dance team is out on the field. We can keep our cameras on the field and watch our dancers.
And do you have all daughters, any of them on the dance team?
One of mine was on the dance team.
Okay.
Yes.
They get that from you?
Absolutely. You need to see me. It's pretty impressive. There's Mike Nevins with Coach.
All right, guys, ready?
Yep.
Coach, 56-9. You got to be relatively happy. Had a couple of little hiccups early, some penalties late.
Where were hiccups early?
The long run on defense.
We only had 10 guys out there. Now that's on us. We were rotating some guys in. We're trying to play a lot of guys so they stay fresh. It's hot, not as hot, but they've also earned it. But that's our way of keeping guys fresh. We play a bunch of guys, as you can see. We've had 10 guys out there. I've got to do better. Coach O's got to do better on that. That's on us. They're going to score if you got 10 guys. Right. I mean, that kind of thing. That was a big hiccup. But then we buckled down on defense, right?
Yes.
This is as good as we've seen our defense
That's
play.
right. That's what I
The
was
other
gonna
two
say.
freaking points are my fault for putting in a 10th grader at tailback, and he doesn't know he's in the end zone, But we scored the first 7 times we had the ball on offense. We're perfect there. We gave that one hiccup on defense. We were perfect after that on defense. So overall, I'm really, really happy. Now we got to go in and we got to, what's funny is the kids don't know the mercy rule. They're like, when does the mercy rule kick in? I'm like, guys, I know we haven't been there. But now we got to learn how to do this because we hope that happens often, where we get a chance to be up by 35. But the beauty of it is we get to go in now and we get to teach them to play with this kind of lead because we expect to have it a few more times this year. And it's hard to maintain your focus. So this is going to be a good learning tool on just that. How do you maintain your focus when you've got a big lead and you know you're going to win?
And that's the question. You come out, you bring your starters back out for a series, or
Maybe, I doubt. Probably one series just to run a little more time off the clock, and then and maybe even half a series, and just to get it started. But we're going to talk about it in there, and I'm going to see. I'm going to look in the eyes of the guys backing them up and see if I feel like they feel good or not. If they feel good, may not do it at all. If they don't feel good and they need them to get a kickstart, then I'll put the starters in first.
Great first half. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Mikey, it's just a good first half. Coach Kelly always coaching for us, but I might be looking too much into it, but it seemed like sideline even has more energy this opening game than previous first games. Do you agree, disagree with that?
No, I agree. You'll see more senior leadership this year. It's a progression as the program gets under a coach. You just see that. And the senior class has been up and down the sideline. The sophomores on the sideline are involved. They're not just down here joking around, goofing around. They're you said it earlier, popping on the sideline, and they get excited.
Very good. Well, thank you, Mike, as always. We'll come back to you, try to get something out of the half, see what Coach Kelly has decided, whether starters will come back or not.
Yeah, so we appreciate Mike Nevins, Coach Kevin Kelly for that insight at halftime. And Jeremy, any thoughts before we cut to a halftime break?
Just a great first half of football. Couldn't be more pleased with the first game. If I'm a coach, I'm going in excited for my kids. And then, like Coach Kelly said, it's time to learn how to finish these things. It's time to – we got a big lead. Now we got to learn how to close it out and how to win. And this is a good first game to do that, 56-9 at home in front of your home crowd.
Yeah, great first half of the first game of the season and a good show for our home Yellowjacket crowd, the Yellowjacket band coming onto the field right now. We're going to go to break, and we'll be back with your Yellowjacket second half in about 17 minutes.
All right. Thank you, People's Bank, for sponsoring the halftime for us.
Welcome back to the second edition of the Coach Kelly Show. Let's get started. How was your summer?
It's fantastic. It's always better than I deserve, but no, we spent most of it with our boys in football, and it was a really good summer. Won our first 7-on-7 tournament in the history of the school. Everybody was really happy, and we hope that's signs of good things to come.
How do you think the team is going to do this year overall?
I'm looking forward to it, really, really looking forward to it. And people out there, I hope they don't take this bad, but when I got here, there had been 3 coaches, 3 consecutive years, so I was the 4th head coach in 4 years. And, you know, the guys really needed some stability. They needed somebody they knew was going to stick with them. And as a matter of fact, after my first year, when we finished and we lost in the playoffs, they came to me right after the game and goes, "Where are you going?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And they're like, "Well, nobody ever stays here." Well, now here we are in the 3rd year in a row, and so the seniors this year, they've got the same coach for 3 years. That's the first time in 9 years in Sheridan where the senior classes had the same coach for 3 years. The good part about that is now I know them, they know me, we communicate better, we're better emotionally, and so on the field it's a lot better, but I really think that we're one of the best teams in the state. And I think this year people are going to see a big improvement in wins and losses. But not only that, I love the character of the team. And I think the seniors from the last 2 years, they did a good job building the foundation for these guys, and they're just ready to take that next step.
Yeah, do you think Easton Barksdale is ready to lead the team this year?
You know what? What he needs to be ready to do is lead our offense. And we've got some great team leaders. I'm not even asking him to step in that role because quarterbacking is so hard in this offense. There's a lot. But he is ready to lead the offense. He's ready to do his job. I thought he was fantastic at times last year as a sophomore. We've got to lessen the mistakes, and we've got to let him do we've got to accentuate his thing. And his thing is he throws the ball extremely accurate. If somebody's open, he gets them the football. So, and then, you know, it certainly helps with some of the stars that we've got. Isaiah behind him running the ball. You know that. You're a running back. You know how it is to beat everybody for a touchdown. We count on him to do all that, and that makes the passing game a little bit easier. He's got a great offensive line, and you know this too. If you don't have a great offensive line, none of the rest matters because it doesn't matter how good you are as a back or a quarterback. If nobody's blocking for you well, it's not going to go well. So we do that. We've got good receivers. Our defense is going to be much improved, but Easton is going to take a giant step forward, and I really think he's a college quarterback.
Isaiah looks like he got bigger this year. Do you think that'll help?
Isaiah did get bigger this year, and he probably gained 15 to 20 pounds of pure muscle. And what's happened is this summer when we do padded camps, he's been running over people. Now, I don't like him to run over people. I think he's a good run around people guy. But every once in a while he needs to run over somebody, and now he's able to do that. But he is bigger and he's stronger, and he looks like a monster without a shirt on. So I think that's going to definitely help him. It's going to protect him from getting hurt, but it's also going to let him get a few extra yards when he wants to.
Are you excited for the 270 rivalry, Sheridan versus Whitehall this year?
Yeah, you know what? The rivalry games are always really cool. It's weird to have it the first game of the season because rivalry games are emotional. So when you throw a bunch of people into that pot, there's so much emotion and there's so much. And the bad thing is after a rivalry game with all that emotion, the next week it's hard to pick everybody up and get them all excited again because they look back and they put everything into that game. So we're definitely putting everything into this game. We just got to find a way to get back up the next week. I've not done a good job with that the last 2 years, but that's what we're looking forward to doing. But we had a giant press conference on Tuesday. There were probably 150 people there. The TV stations were there. Our seniors from both teams were there. And it was a really neat deal and just fed into even more of the week. So I'm really excited about it.
Do you think you improved over anything this summer?
You mean me or our team?
Or our team, or our team in general?
I did not improve in the backflip area, so if anybody saw that, but the effort was solid. My courage was strong. My judgment was weak. But as a team, I do think we got better on defense. I think that was a big need of ours, and that was my fault. I've got a good defensive coordinator, good defensive staff. And I was asking the kids to do something that wasn't suited for us, but we went out and got somebody that was running defense that suited us. I think we're going to get better there. We showed that defensively all year. I think our receivers are more experienced. So we've got 4 guys back that have played a ton and caught a lot of yards and a lot of touchdowns between them. I bet we've got 40 or 50 touchdown receptions between these guys and probably 3,000 or 4,000 yards. So you bring that back, and then you bring Isaiah back, and our offensive line, we're great there.
And like I say, new defense. People hadn't seen it before, but I'm excited about showing it off this first week.
When you had the scrimmage at Cannon Fairview, do you think that you showed that your new skills off for the season?
You know, that's a good question. I think at times we did. We started slow, which we seem to have to do, and I really wanted to start faster. And what I mean by that is we kicked off, they went down and scored a touchdown. Now, it took them like 14 plays, but we bent and then we broke, and you don't want to do that. The old saying is bend but don't break. But then on offense, our second play was an interception. And they did a really good job, but that's called starting slow. We didn't want to start slow, but we did. But then we did something really cool. In the second quarter, we went on like a 28-0 or 28-7 run and got up 35-21 at the half, and we were just playing a half. So I thought we showed that we can get stops quick and score quick at the right time, but we want to do that at the beginning and get up 28-0 rather than at the end and be down by 7 or 14 and have to come back and score 28 points what would you call it? Unanswered. And so I thought we did that.
What's your idea of like a perfect game?
I've never been asked that. That's a good question. Honestly, perfect obviously is they don't score and we score every time.
Yeah.
That's perfect. But for me, it would be like us, honestly, nobody on defense running in the wrong gap, going to the wrong spot, nobody missing out on the coverage. I mean, if you get beat by a guy that jumps over you and makes a spectacular play that he's only going to make once in the year, that's not imperfect. You were there, you did your job as well as you could. That's not imperfect. So everybody doing the right thing, knowing the right play on offense and defense, and never dropping a ball, never missing a tackle, and things like that. Forget the score. We'll win that game if we play my perfect game. But it's not like people would think, and that they don't score and win. It's just doing what you're supposed to do every single play and never not knowing what that job is.
What adjustments have we made on defense?
We took out a defensive lineman or linebacker. We've got an extra defensive back this year. So we're going to make teams, move the ball down the field without throwing it over the top. Last year we gave up a lot of deep passes. And again, I put kids in bad situations. And so we've made an adjustment to that. We're also going to do a lot of different things for the offensive line on the other team to get confused. So we get a free guy running at the quarterback, a free guy running at the running back, and we think we put a pretty good scheme together for that. So we're trying to give the advantage to us where we're the attackers and not them attacking us.
Where do you think we stand in our conference this year?
Well, I know I've seen us ranked overall in 6A state from 4th to 7th, which is probably as high as Sheridan's been ranked in a long time. I think we were picked 3rd or 4th in our conference. The bad part is the state's divided in the East and in the West, and we're in the East. And in the East is Benton, is Shiloh, and Greenwood moved out of the 6A. So that leaves Benton is ranked number 1. Well, they're in our conference. Searcy's ranked number 2. Well, they're in our side of they're in our conference. And then it goes back and forth between Sylvan Hills, us, Marion, I think finished 2nd last year. Jonesboro finished 3rd. So those teams are all good. Our side is stacked. On the other side, if you take out Mountain Home, I think those other 7 teams only had 10 wins between them out of 7 teams. So the conferences are really unbalanced. But what that does mean is I think we're picked 3rd or 4th in our conference. I think we're better than that. But I do think in the end, the best 4 teams in the state are all on our side. So if we can navigate through our conference like I think we can, that means we do belong, and that means where we thought we would be.
What do you think are some teams or players on our schedule we have to watch out for this year?
You know, one player that everybody will want to watch for, because everybody in Arkansas is kind of a Razorback fan. Marion's got a running back that's committed to Arkansas. Now, I think our running back, Isaiah Stevens, is better, and he's committed to North Carolina. But everybody will want to watch him because they'll see him playing at Arkansas. But I think Marion's a team to watch because of that kid. I think Searcy has 2 big-time defensive tackles. And I mean, you know, we look at Bradley and Ethan as big guys. They got 2 of their own, but they're on defense. And those guys are going to go play college somewhere. They're picked to be second in the state, so everybody will want to watch them and see where those kids go. People will be hoping they're going to go to Arkansas as well. And then Benton's always going to be a team to watch, and they always put kids somewhere. And that's the team to beat for us. That's the team to beat in our conference. I think they've won conference probably 8 times in a row or something like that. So that's the other team to watch. And then probably a dark horse candidate might be El Dorado. El Dorado is getting a guy named Brett Shockley. He was a longtime coach at Ouachita Baptist University. And he's taken over a program that always has tons of talent, some big dudes, some fast dudes, and he's a disciplined guy, and I think he'll do a good job there. So that's some teams I'd watch out for that if I wasn't watching us play, I'd want to watch them play.
I know
Okay, we're back at Yellowjacket Stadium. Andy Mayberry, Jeremy Orman, Mike Nevins down on the sideline. And if you're just joining us, it's Sheridan 56, Whitehall 9, as we get ready to prepare for this upcoming third quarter, brought to you by Roof Connect, and thankful to People's Bank, our sponsor of our halftime show. And Jeremy Orman, that was a fantastic first half of football.
That was a really good first half. I might be wrong, but I think the offense scored on its first 7 possessions in a row, stalled out on a couple of drives, and then finished the second quarter with a touchdown. Defense was really, really good. A lot of improvement, a lot of hard work has gone into the scheme and personnel, and just really excited about the defense having success.
Yeah, so, hey, Mike Nevins, can you hear us down there? Yeah, hey, we're going to come down to you, and you got, you're on air. Just asking if you had any thoughts yourself about how that first half went.
Yeah, good first half in the locker room at halftime, all business. I think you're going to get to see some of the young kids pretty early in the third quarter here. Get some of these starters out. Like I said, the guys were all business in the locker room at halftime. There was still same thing. No. Well, I almost said a bad word. No grab button around, and they're ready to come out and play the second half. Coaches were getting the youngsters ready to come in, and they want to continue to show what they did in the first half with the second group.
Hey, were you surprised at all how that first half went?
you know, the defense after last year, you wonder how they're going to come out. You hear stuff all year or all summer. The guys, you know, you're going to have some guys playing both ways. You saw those guys making progress and making contributions in the first half. He made some tackles. Ethan Cowden was a beast. That left guard for Whitehall didn't want any more of him. You know, I mean, you could see it in his eyes. Every time Ethan was coming at him, he was running away. So I was impressed by the defense. We all knew what the offense was going to be, right? I mean, Zay, Easton, those receivers, that offensive line. We knew what the offense was going to be, but the defense has been the pleasant surprise tonight. So we'll see how that progresses throughout the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Any update on Parker Mullins?
Parker is out for the rest of this game for sure, and all I can tell you is a leg injury, and I'm not real sure anything beyond that.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Thanks for the update, Mike. We appreciate it. All right, so we're close to a second half kickoff, and Yellow Jackets will tee it up, and Bulldogs to receive. Opening kick goes down and sails out and hits the tent.
He was aiming for it. He hit it.
All right. I think that's a penalty. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah.
Look alive, Mike. Coming at you down there.
Yeah. So the Bulldogs will take over on the 35-yard line. And it looks like the Yellow Jackets are going to keep their starters in at least here for the first bit. See big Ethan Cowden down there. Mike talked a lot about him just before we came back for the second half. And opening play of the half is going to be a loss of a couple of yards. Leighton Tarter.
First time calling Leighton's name. Got in there and got after it on that one. That's a great read, coming downhill on the handoff and making a stick.
Loss of about a yard, maybe half a yard on the play. 2nd and 11. And because Yellow Jackets are up by more than 35, we are mercy ruled in this second half. Clock will roll.
Stevens, I'm telling you, he's going to get one in a second. It's going to be 6 points for the defense. He's been all over that play all night.
Yeah, Reed read that, and he was looking for 6 points.
We got full substitution. Starters coming out. Coach Kelly mentioned it before the half, but wanted to get the starters in to set the tone. Macy, some kids coming in and out of the game in the second half. So fresh legs, getting game experience here. This will benefit them greatly if they're sophomores getting game experience.
Yeah, so Yellow Jackets, some of the guys on the sideline getting an opportunity now. We'll have nearly a full half of action, although the clock will run the whole time. 3rd down, about 11 to go. Pass complete across the 35. And 3, 4, 5 Yellow Jackets
11.
there.
Look, all 11 are there. That's great. I've been working on that in the offseason. Everybody get to the ball. Everybody go.
We'll call it a gain of 3, brings up 4th down and 8. The ball on the 37-yard line. Clock inside 10 now. Left in this 3rd quarter, brought to you by Roof Connect. Punt is going to hit at about the 35. Good roll for the Bulldogs inside the Yellow Jacket 20. I don't know why he touched it that quickly. It was still rolling, but that's okay. They'll down it.
We'll take it.
Yeah. We're going to down it at the 18-yard line, and we get our first look at the Yellow Jacket offense of the second half. Interesting to see if he does the same thing with the offense, if he brings his starters out for a few plays or not. Looks like he might. I see Cowden, Sturdivant, DePriest in the huddle there, so getting ready to come out onto the field. Wouldn't be surprised if they played just a few plays and then the guys behind them get a chance.
Mercy rule in effect, is that, remind me, is that just running clock?
It's just running clock. Yeah. Stops for timeouts and between quarters. Barksdale complete to DePriest, crosses the 20, 25, 30-yard line.
Wiley Coyote got some shifty moves. Wiley DePriest making yards after the catch. Shedding a couple of defenders. Great job there. Third quarter brought to you by Roof Connect. Need to mention them quite a bit with this running clock. Appreciate Roof Connect, one of our major sponsors as well. Thank you for your support over the last 3 years.
Yeah, DePriest, one of those guys, he's the son of assistant coach Adam DePriest and kind of like a coach out on the field himself.
Center come on late. No, Logan.
Logan Brand. And looks like Mason Morris in at quarterback.
That is Mason Morris playing some quarterback. Logan Brand with a good carry there. We had 73 downfield just staying on a block. Gavin Jones just had that poor guy 15 yards off the ball.
First down for the Yellowjackets up at the 45-yard line. High snap, good job fielding it. Pitch crosses the 50, 45, first down. Lawson Hammond with the carry.
Hammond had a catch earlier in the game, showing his speed there. We got a Yellow Jacket down at the top of your screen.
We're going to take a break real quick for an injury timeout, and we'll be back. We'll be back with more Yellow Jacket football in just a couple of moments.
Teams are constantly jockeying for position, and banks are doing the same thing. We like that. It keeps us all competitive, and it's friendly competition. We love all of our other community banks. That keeps us on our toes. It keeps us sharp.
And that was Connor Cowden, who was down for a couple of moments.
Good to see him running off the field.
Jogging off the field, so good.
Also good to see the Cowdens. Going to have another generation of Cowdens coming through.
They just keep on coming. First and 10 for the Yellowjackets at the 44-yard line, 43. Mason.
Should have been a flag.
Throws downfield. He's got a man at the 5.
Nice.
Touchdown, Sheridan. Lawson Hammond from Mason Morris.
Wow. Mason let that eat. Whitehall got away with a defensive hold here. Didn't matter. Mason rolls to his weak side, chunks that thing left-handed right in stride to Hammond for another Sheridan Yellow Jacket and an Ace Hardware touchdown.
So this Yellow Jacket second unit picks up right where the first unit left off, and didn't take them long to get some points on the board.
That was a sophomore to sophomore connection, Andy.
Yeah. Hey, if you're these guys who, this is your opportunity to show what you can do, how good does that feel, Jeremy?
That feels great. That feels great. Not to get all up in the fields, but your first high school touchdown, you still remember it when you're 43 years old. It's just something that sticks with you. One of those first-time good memories.
Did you just pull 43 out of the air?
No, that's the legit age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
63-9 now, as the extra point was good. Yellowjackets on top. 6:40 left in this third quarter, brought to you by Roof Connect. Hey, let's run through our sponsors tonight. Some of our other sponsors again: Cotia, Reliance Bank, Kraus Electric, Sports Stop, Twin Oaks Forestry, Legacy Eye Care, Cody Schenkel, Shelter Insurance, HB Design, Everett Buick GMC, Treaty Oak Clean Energy, Larry's Pizza of East End. Thank you all for your support of the Sheridan Yellowjackets and Yellowjacket football.
I don't know what else you could ask for on a first game.
No?
It's been a great night. Good crowd.
Yellowjacket kick is going to be taken at about the 15.
Ooh, good
and
collision.
Up over the 25-yard line. That's Tyler Blankenship with the return for Whitehall.
And some pads popping tonight. Good collision down there.
Yeah. Was that Reed Stevens?
Oh, well, that's Wyatt Holston taking on a blocker.
So the Bulldog offense onto the field. Let's see if this is their, I think this might be their second unit as well. No? Check that. Look like it's still at least Dylan Mitchell at quarterback.
I think that's Carson. 14, Carson Reese. We'll take a deep shot.
Almost complete. Oh,
It's Carson
yeah,
Lawrence.
Carson.
Playing a good corner position. Turning those hips, getting in full stride, getting the ball up at its highest point, knocking it down. Great job defensively there. One-on-one coverage, that is hard to do.
2nd and 10 now for the Bulldogs. Give up the middle. Oh. Nothing doing. Middle of that Yellow Jacket line.
Yeah, piled up there.
Loss of a yard.
Third and long. Defense has got 3 down linemen, playing 2 linebackers and maybe a strong safety, but they did a good job of filling those gaps on the run game. I mean, overall, the passing game hasn't done much. Whitehall running game just had 1 big play. Other than that, doing a great job.
That's Reese going long again. And is that intercepted?
That is intercepted. Went right back
go.
at him. And this time he comes down with it. Great job again by Carson Lawrence on the outside. Another sophomore making a big-time play, getting it at the highest point. Turnovers, turnovers, turnovers. Love it.
Yeah. What a game by these Yellow Jackets. Offense, defense, first team, second team. Big plays all night long. Clean game, few penalties.
The energy still on the sideline too. I love it. Everybody celebrating together, being excited, expecting good things to happen.
Yellow Jackets take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line. The clock rolls, 3 minutes, 24 seconds left in this third quarter.
Brought to you by Roof Connect.
Mason Morris, still in at quarterback, handles a high snap, scrambles, still on his feet, and Mason picks up about 3 yards, brings up 2nd and 7.
Looked like a design swing pass. Bad snap, messed the timing up, and Mason got a little creative there, pulled it down, got some positive yards on 1st down. So got an injured Whitehall Bulldog on the ground. We'll take a little injury timeout, and we'll be back with you shortly.
We meant shortly.
I say what I mean, Andy.
Yeah, good news for the Bulldogs. The Whitehall player up quickly and off to the sideline, and so we will resume play. And play clock has started now. Yellowjackets back to the line of scrimmage with 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen, 2 to the top. Morris all alone in the backfield. Pitch out is complete at the 45 across the 50-yard line. Could have been a face mask. No flag, and gets down to the 35. That's John Skates with the reception.
John Skates. We also had good blocking on the outside by the receivers. You can get receivers blocking downfield, good things are going to happen. That's exactly what happened there. Quick pass to the outside, downfield blocking by the receivers, freeing Skates up for extra yardage.
Morris. Pitch underneath, still going inside the 20, the 15, and out of bounds.
McMurray, I believe, number 2.
Yeah. Murray
good.
Meyer.
Good patience. A little underneath pitch to McMurray, showing some patience, vision, working his way, weaving his way through the defense. Positive yards there on first down. Another Stockton Power Equipment first down for the Sheridan Yellowjackets.
Clock at just about the minute and a half mark, a minute 33 and rolling. 63-9 your score. Yellowjackets on top. Give up the middle, Skates inside the 10.
That play's been there all night for us, Sandy. Just that quick hitter right inside. Linemen doing a good job of holding their blocks. 1 count, 2 count, letting the running back get through and get positive yards.
Second down and 5. The ball at the 9-yard line of Whitehall. Morris and Skates in the backfield. High snap. The ball's on the ground. I think Morris covered it.
Ooh, that was close.
But it's going to be a loss. Back out to about the 17, 18-yard line.
Good hustle by Mason. Getting to that ball does set us back a little bit, but gives us opportunity to have some space. Opens the playbook up a little bit more.
That may be the final play of the third quarter. This clock is inside 10 seconds. And looks like that'll do it. And so we're going to take a 1-minute timeout, and we'll be back with more Yellowjacket football right after this.
Teams are constantly jockeying for position, and banks are doing the same thing. We like that. It keeps us all competitive, and it's friendly competition. We love all of our other community banks. That keeps us on our toes. It keeps us sharp.
back again as we start the fourth quarter. Brought to you by First Trust Home Loans. Andy Mayberry, Jeremy Orman. Yellowjackets with the ball.
Oh.
Morris hit just as he throws.
Dangerous tackle from behind, and there got his legs caught underneath him. Glad to see him pop up.
It'll bring up fourth down, 14 from the 18-yard line of Whitehall. Yellow Jacket backups in the game, trying to show that they can get a second touchdown of this second half. Four receivers down low. Morris has some time now, is being pressured. Rolls to his right, throws across his body to the end zone, has a man touchdown.
Hey!
Skates.
Wow. Morrison buying himself a little time, throws a dime in the back of the end zone. Skates with a tremendous job going to get the ball, keeping a foot in bounds, and then going on to the pole vault mount pad at the back to really just celebrate his touchdown. Soft landing there. Great job by the offense. Second touchdown of the half.
That was
unbelievable.
That was a difficult throw. Yellow Jackets on top, 69-9, looking to make it 70, and the kick is up. It's good.
Another good job by Mason there getting that snap down, the hold down, I should say, a high snap. It's overlooked position, but snapper and holder are key components of special teams game.
So the Yellow Jackets have broken the 70-point barrier as they lead now 70-9 over the Whitehall Bulldogs. 9:57 left to play in this fourth quarter, brought to you by Roof Connect, and we hit the mercy.
Trust. First Trust is the first.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
so,
First.
Yeah, well,
First
I've moved on. Yeah.
Yeah.
That third quarter went so quickly.
It went so fast.
Yeah. The first half seemed to take forever.
Yeah.
But we hit that mercy rule at halftime,
It's
and
rolling.
it's rolling. Yeah.
It's rolling. That mercy rule, that clock runs, as Andy reminded me, and so it goes by fast.
So kick is going to be taken at about the 28, cross the 30. Dances around, going the wrong way, and is slung down. And Whitehall will take over at around the 30-yard line, and we'll see where they spot it.
I didn't know what to expect, but I didn't see 70-9.
Yeah.
To be honest, but
Yeah.
I am very excited and pleasantly surprised. What we're seeing tonight.
Sheridan won this game last year, 58-28. They beat Fairview last week in an exhibition, 48-28. So I'm thinking somewhere in that general. But yeah, 79. Watch out. Looks like Whitehall might have just added some points of their own. So a 70-yard score, throw and catch, and taking it in, Caleb Bunch for the Bulldogs. And so they said, wait a second, don't pack up the bags just yet.
Short pass outside, and Caleb did the rest. Showed good speed there. Just pulled away from us and took it all the way in. So Whitehall with a little answer.
Don't yawn on air. It's nice to be able to kind of relax a little bit, though. Yeah. 70-16 now. Yellow Jackets still lead. Clock still rolls inside the 7.5-minute mark. Let's take a 30-second break. We'll be back after this. Back once again, Yellowjacket Stadium. Things are drawing closer to the end.
Tell you
got-
what's not drawn close to the end.
What's that?
SHS band over there. They're rocking.
I know, they're happy.
I love it.
And they got plenty of reason to be. They have just watched a pretty spectacular performance by their football team. High end over end kick. It's going to be fielded by Skates. Gets it up over the 25, the 30-yard line. The ball's on the ground. I think he was down.
They're going to call him down.
Yeah.
Skates took a couple of hard knocks there. Tough kid. That kickoff had a little golf backspin on it, Andy.
Yeah.
Hit the turf, took a backspin bounce.
Did a good job just fielding it, actually.
Yes.
Good to see some of these guys get some substantial playing time,
Absolutely.
all of which just helps you down the road. You know, you can practice all day long, but there's a big difference than being in the game.
Invaluable game experience for these kids.
Good running room. That's number 21 in the ball game for Sheridan. Yeah, Camarian Dawn.
showing a little quick feet, hitting the hole hard.
Couple of yards shy of the first down, brings up 2nd down and 2. Ball on the 39. 4 minutes, 33 seconds left. Morris, the pitch to Dawn. Got some running room, had the first down, has it. So that's another Stockton Power Equipment first down. Over the 40 to the 43. They'll move the chains, and the clock continues to roll.
Marion showing some toughness too. I like what I've seen out of him so far. He's got the quick feet.
Yeah, good speed.
Been watching Zay maybe. It's not a bad person to watch.
I was going to say, it's a pretty good mentor.
Yeah.
Dawn, again. He's got some room. First down inside the 35 and out of bounds. That's another Stockton Power Equipment first down.
I can call it back. Got us for holding. Good patience there by Camarian, though.
Yeah.
Waited for it to open up, got to the outside. Offensive line did a good job of sealing. I don't know where the hold came from, if it was on the edge or in the secondary. Based off the flag, it looks like the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. I'm pretty impressed with these runs by Camarian.
Yeah, looking good.
Seeing the holes, has some speed. Pitch underneath. And not much there, a couple of yards.
Hudson Morris getting a carry. Underneath pitch, kind of a staple of the offense. You'll see that all season long. Executed pretty well. Ran out of real estate on the sideline. Had to go out of bounds. But positive yards nonetheless.
2nd and 8. So that hold while ago must have been in a place further down the field because the Yellowjackets got a first down. And that pass goes incomplete.
Intended for Lucas Brand. Had a defender draped all over him like a superhero cape.
Yeah, Markel Kelly was over the top, got a hand on it. 3rd and 8. Clock rolls down to the 2:15 mark.
Fourth quarter here, sponsored by First Trust Home Loans, going pretty quick.
Yeah. Morris rolls to his left, throws, has a man, complete and out of bounds. That was Hudson Morris.
Hudson, also a sophomore.
Yeah.
A lot of sophomores here getting reps, game time experience. Very valuable for their growth and game experience. And just very glad they're getting to have this opportunity tonight.
Yeah. Clock down to a minute 25. Yellowjackets with a 1st and 10 on the 42-yard line. I started to ask the question a moment ago if there was a relation, and I understand that Mason Morris and Hudson Morris are twins. So that's a great duo for the next 3 years for Sheridan. Penalty flag. So they'll mark off 5 yards.
Twin connection, is that a real thing? Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
They know
They know
they know exactly.
He knows where he's
Yeah.
at before he
Yeah.
does, yeah.
They don't even have to draw up the routes.
No.
Clock rolls. We're to the 35-second mark now, and the play clock is at 9:08. So another snap here should do it. Morris. Now he's pressured.
Got a man.
Rolls back to his right, throws downfield, overthrows the intended receiver. And that might just do it. As the clock continues to roll, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and that will do it. A really, really impressive performance by this Sheridan Yellowjacket football team.
We hung 70 on the first regular season game against Whitehall team. Came in and just from the beginning just set the tone, did Sheridan, and offensively, of course, but man, I cannot say enough about our defense and the improvement I've seen tonight. They have worked so hard. The scheme was good. I'm just so proud of the boys and the defensive performance. The offense kind of spoiled Andy in that we expect the offense to do what it did. But I can't say enough about how proud I am of the boys and the defense and everybody wanting to be a part and contribute. And some kids even going both ways to make the team better. Just warms my heart. Very proud of them. I know they've worked so hard, and can't say enough about it.
Yep. Great showing by the Yellowjackets. Big win tonight in that Highway 270 rivalry. And from the looks of this, it might be a little bit before that trophy heads back down the road. It's certainly not going there this year, as Yellowjacket fans will be happy to know that it stays in our trophy case this season. Yellowjackets with the 70-16 win over Whitehall. Impressive showing on both the offensive, defensive sides of the football. Early in the game, we saw Zay Stevens doing a lot. Logan Brand with some nice runs. Late in the game, we saw Camarion Dawn. Of course, Easton Barksdale, excellent control, field command all night long. Good decisions all night long. Had the one turnover. Outside of that, couldn't have asked for much more out of him. A lot of receiver targets, line dominated. You mentioned the defense all night long. I mean, it's hard to say.
Yeah, it's a good game. That's what you call a good game, and I hope that we build on it. Don't get comfortable with it, but we build on it. We get confidence from this going into the Little Rock Southwest matchup next week. We've been looking for scores. Haven't found any on the Little Rock Southwest game. Play West Helena tonight, but looking forward to it. Next week starts something new for this season. It's going on the road, see how we play on the road. If you couldn't get excited about playing at home tonight, you're just not going to get excited. A great turnout from our community, and stands were packed. We had people spilling out onto the field as well. Just a great night for the community and the football team.
I got to say, I can't wait to see the stats from this game.
Yeah.
They're going to be impressive.
Yeah. Yes. There's
Yeah.
some single game stats that'll be half a season stats
Yeah.
for some other player.
Hey, Mike, you think you're going to have an opportunity to talk to Coach? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Probably not going to have an opportunity to talk to Coach Kelly after the game. They're out doing their celebrations. You look out on the field, that's a great sight to see. Singing the alma mater, the players, the fans, the cheerleaders, dance squad band playing, and presentation of the trophy to Sheridan and to Kevin Kelly.
Mike, any closing thoughts from you before we head out of here?
I'm excited. It was a great game. We know what the starters did in the first half, how fun that was. The second half, guys, running clock, all the young guys in. They still, it was all business. They didn't let up. They still put it to them. Made some, mistakes that the young kids are going to make. And the fun part was all those seniors were right on the sideline, cheering them on the whole way. All the first team players were still up there cheering their guys on, having fun with it. So I'm excited to see what happens. We'll see what happens next week at Southwest Little Rock. And great start to the season. 70-16 defense. So far, go defense, right?
Yeah, go
Yeah,
defense.
absolutely, absolutely. All right. Jeremy, any closing thoughts from you?
I have nothing to add to this game, Andy. It was a great first game. I couldn't ask for anything better. Enjoyed the time with you. Thank you for the crew for setting this up. Thank you for all of the sponsors for helping us get this going. Cotia, Reliance Bank, Krause Electric, Sports Stop, Twin Oaks Forestry, Legacy Eye Care, Cody Shankles with Shelter Insurance, HB Design, Everett Buick GMC, Treaty Oak Clean Energy, Larry's Pizza in East End, McCoy Tigerman at Law, People's Bank, Roof Connect, First Trust Home Loans, Stockton Power Equipment, and Ace Hardware. Thank you all so much for your support, and go Yellowjackets.
Yeah, hey, great opening win from Yellowjackets Stadium. Next week, Yellowjackets on the road at Little Rock Southwest. You can catch all the action. If you can't make it to the game, catch it on live stream right here on the Yellowjacket Network. For Jeremy Orman, I'm Andy Mayberry saying good night.